New from Deaf Crocodile is Song of the Miraculous Hind, which is a film from 2002 directed by Marcell Jankovics, who did The Tragedy of Man, a previous Deaf Crocodile release, and also did Song of the White Mare, which was absolutely phenomenal. And this wonderful film is a kind of mix of both of those, one that would come before it, one that would come after it. And it's all about this kind of ancient myth that becomes a living animation throughout this. It's a sweeping mythological epic that traces the legends of the Hungarian people, drawn from folklore, pagan mythology, historical legend. And the film follows two tribes. You've got the Hunor and the Magor tribes as they pursue a mythical white stag across the vast landscapes. And because you have that, the miraculous hind that they are following, it leads the tribes on a kind of spiritual and physical journey that ultimately shapes a nation. More than conventional narrative, the film unfolds like an animated tapestry of myth, ritual and cultural memory, and creates something that is, yes, visually striking, and from a narrative point, something that is just fascinating as well.
Ősapám felső ég! Őszapám felső ég! Ha égen tündöklő fényállatnak alkottál, most megmenekülök!
Jankovics' style is phenomenal, and it matches the work here perfectly. He approaches the material with almost mythic reverence. He's blending stylized animations with symbolic storytelling, and it comes across in this wholly unique way that is truly fascinating. Rather than kind of strict realism here, the film embraces visual abstract to evoke a feeling of ancient stories being passed down through generations. It's in 4 parts, and as you watch these tribes evolve through time, through this animation that sometimes morphs and changes and can be very basic and be flamboyant and something rather otherworldly, it just creates this wonderful tapestry of these two tribes evolving and growing, which is terrific, great. And it kind of treats this myth as identity, how national identity can emerge from shared legends and cultural storytelling.
A szarvas többennél. A világ kezdetén az egész földet sík jég fette.
At the heart of this, you can understand the legends and the folklore that build up this story, but Jankovics is putting his stamp on it with these wonderful visuals, with this kind of looping narrative, with the music and the strong voice acting that comes over this. Everything works together to create this ever-changing storyline that evolves through the kind of 4 chapters as you see the world being more populated. At the start, I loved the kind of idea of the world coming into being, how it was created, how the miraculous hind, the creature at the heart of this one, was the creature that kind of bore the earth almost. To see the characters then morph into the 2 tribes, you got one that's almost like a hawk, one like it's like a bear, and as they converge and move through the world in their own ways, create the population. It's a wonderful idea. It's really imaginative, and it captures the spirit of this folklore. I like this a lot. I think I preferred it to The Tragedy of Man. Now, that was a more free-flowing, longer project that never really had a strong root narrative voice, but was telling a large story. This feels as if it has that narrative line all the way through it, something that ties everything together and is all punctuated by this wonderful art that changes, that morphs, that creates these incredibly hypnotic animations all the way throughout the film.
A magyarok a lakatlan pusztaságot szűknek találták barmaiknak, és mivel tudták, hogy a Duna igen jó folyó.
And even though it has this sort of strong narrative of these two tribes, the land building up, and the legends that would grow through this story. It doesn't have that one character to follow. It treats these tribes as their characters. It has almost episodic storytelling, but it feels like one piece. You know, when you break it down, you look at the 4 parts and you look at how the time jumps throughout it, it's understandable that you wouldn't have a main character, but the way the film tackles that, the way it creates characters out of nothing but the tribes, is absolutely wonderful. I thought this was beautiful. It was stunning. I loved the way the visuals came together with the music and the acting, how it had this kind of little bit of repetition throughout it as well, which was really strong within each of the 4 segments. And yeah, boys, another winner from Marcell Jankovics. Let's dive into the disc and have a look at the extras. Here we are in the disc for Song of the Miraculous Hind. Let's go to the extras. First up, we have a commentary track by Adam Rakoff, James Hancock and Martin Kessler. Next, we have a visual essay by Evan Chester, Mythic Origins, Sacred History and the Making of a National Identity in Song of the Miraculous Hind, which runs for 17 minutes. You get a nice little recap on Marcell Jankovics' career, and then what really made this film, what impacted it. Then you have an interview with the animators, which runs for 50 minutes, or just under 50 minutes, where Dennis Bartok moderates and interview members of the animation team with live translation. As always, it's another wonderful conversation. These always are key parts of the discs and wonderful to just listen to. Also included in this set is a 58-page booklet where you have 2 essays, Marcell Jankovics' Song of the Miraculous Hind by Jennifer Lind Barker and Song of the Miraculous Hind by Walter Shaw. And that's the extras. So there we have it. Song of the Miraculous Hind is out now on 4K, and can I just say the 4K looks incredible because it's so colourful and so vibrant. It just pops off the screen. The film is visually rich and it transformed folklore into visual poetry. It may feel abstract for regular viewers, people who just watch regular animation expecting a conventional story, but those willing to embrace its mythic rhythm will find something fascinating and beautiful here, something I thoroughly recommend. I'd love to know your thoughts on the Song of the Miraculous Hind. Let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, or full summary in the middle. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff in the description box below, or links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always, which you can support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.